Lone Carter, how may I be of assistance?
I'm here to see Armitage.
He is not here. I do not know when he will be back.
Thanks anyway. Good morning.
Yikes!
What?
Sonny, one should at least announce oneself before barging in.
But I did announce.
Youth these days, all the same. Thinking only of your fashionable fedoras. With no respect for the elderly.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to intrude on you.
You won't get away with being rude to me. I wasn't born yesterday, you know.
Fine, just fine. Is John not on duty here today?
Why are you yelling? No, John was transferred.
Just great. I need some information!
You're still yelling. Please go on.
I'm looking for information on Ephraim Waits. He lived here in Arkham. I'm conducting an investigation.
What was that? There's nothing wrong with our ventilation.
Oh, I'm looking for information on Ephraim Waits. I need it for an investigation.
What do you want to know?
Was he originally from Arkham?
I'll have to go look that up. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure. Ah, here it is. He was a native of Innsmouth.
Did he have any family?
I'll have to go look that up. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure. Ah, here it is. He had one daughter by the name of Innsmouth. They lived together. I don't know any more than that.
Where did he and his daughter live?
I'll have to go look that up. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure. Ah, here it is. His last known residence was 27 Regent Street.
Let's talk about something else. I need the lowdown on Daniel Upton. He was accused of murder some years ago.
What do you want to know?
Do you know anything about the murder?
Do you know what year that happened?
No, to be honest.
It's rather difficult to find information without details. The only thing I might be able to do is look up his name. Wait. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure.
There are many construction documents, such as floor plans and blueprints. It appears the house was demolished in 1917 to build a department store. Well, I guess today I won't risk being arrested for trespassing. I'd imagine it was torn down after he died. It would be better if I asked the archivist lady about it.
Ah, here it is. Not much to go on, but Upton has been in a mental hospital since 1915.
Did he have any family?
Wait. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure.
Looks like collections of newspapers filed by year. There's a news article here concerning the murder of a certain ED by someone identified only as DU. Could this be the connection between them?
Ah, here it is. He had a wife and son, but they no longer reside in Arkham. But Upton has been in a mental hospital since 1915.
Anything else on Upton?
I'm sorry, Sonny. I know nothing else about that.
I'll take a look at the archives.
You can find everything you need to know about beehives on the shelves to your right.
Okay. Countless books and documents about the history of Arkham. There are also obituaries filed by year. I need to pare down the list. There's way too much material here. I need to pare down the list. There's way too much material here. I'll take a look at the archives.
You can find everything you need to know about beehives on the shelves to your right.
Okay. It appears the house was demolished in 1917 to build a department store. I need a date. There's way too much material to sort through otherwise. Maybe the archivist can shed more light on this. There's a news article here concerning the murder of a certain ED by someone identified only as DU. Could this be the connection between them? I need more information on Ephraim Waite.
What do you want to know?
Could you tell me when he died?
I'll have to go look that up. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure. Ah, here it is. October 28th, 1915, 5 years ago.
I'll come back later.
What?
See you later!
You too, Sonny.
Ephraim Waite, a prominent figure and well-known philanthropist from Arkham, passed away. A prominent figure. I wonder what he actually did for a living. There's no mention of Ephraim Waite's passing in the obituaries for October 28th, 1915. That's strange. I need more information on Ephraim Waite.
What do you want to know?
What was his occupation?
Look, young man, I heard things about him back in the day. I heard he spent his life engrossed in his business interests. He came from a wealthy Innsmouth family, but odd rumors about him abounded.
What kinds of rumors?
Rumors that he hosted some rather bizarre gatherings, not the type suitable for God-fearing folk. Back then, I was quite the hotsy-totsy. And a mutual acquaintance invited me to one of his parties, but naturally I turned down the offer. That being said, I saw him in a completely new light when he funded the restoration of the Christ Church cemetery grounds back in 1913.
I see. I'll come back later.
What?
See you later!
You too, Sonny!
There's an article about Mr. Waite here. Philanthropy never dies. Arkham Tycoon finances renovation of ancient Christchurch cemetery. The article has a photo of him. Could come in handy. I've never been to the Christchurch cemetery.
What?
I have never been to the Christchurch cemetery!
Why are you yelling so much? You can find it in the southeast section of the city. It's an ancient place. Since the renovation, it has lost much of its charm. But at least now there's not as much risk of taking a brick to the head or being swallowed up by the earth.
Is Mr. Waite buried there?
Most likely. He renovated it after all. But let me go check the records. Well, this is strange. There are no burial records concerning Mr. Waite. This is very odd indeed. I wonder where he ended up.
I should probably take a look for myself at this cemetery Waite cared for so deeply.
Halt!
Take him down! What the hell is going on?
Leave me alone. The sea calls me.
Come on, back to his room with him.
Hey, don't hurt him!
Mind your business.
Help! The sea!
Hey!
Excuse me, sir.
What? You treat all your patients this way?
Everyone is well cared for here. Patients try to break out now and then.
Yeah, right. Who was that man?
Oh, he's always trying to get out. I heard he's from Innsmouth. Always raving about getting back to the sea. There's no sea around here. I guess in his mind, he's still in that godforsaken town.
Innsmouth, you say? What do you know about Innsmouth?
I know my brother-in-law lost his job for refusing to make deliveries there, and he was a hard worker. Now, he and my sister can't even make ends meet, what with their 3 children and all.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that. Name's Lone Carter. Unexpected.
Let me just look you up. Ah, here you are. You are cleared to enter.
Thanks a lot. Good job. I hope everything turns out okay for your brother-in-law.
Good morning. Lone Carter?
Yes? How'd you know who I am?
William's description was accurate to the letter.
I see.
My William has a great gift for descriptive writing. Even way before I met him, I already felt I loved him. His stories are splendid. They deserve better than to appear in those cheap tabloids.
I'm here to see someone, Rose. It's a matter of some urgency.
Sure, you will find Upton in the last room in the corridor to your left. We can't allow you into the room, though. Please speak to him through the bolt hole. He can become quite violent.
Tell me about Upton.
There's not much to say. He pleaded insanity after the murder, and for good reason. He spent all his time since then babbling and drawing odd symbols, like this one.
Thanks, Rose. Anything else?
I can tell you that he has a wife and daughter, but they've never come to visit him. William has visited him before, but not even he stops by much lately. Anyway, he speaks only in groans. He eats little. I don't know how to help you any further, Lone.
Thanks all the same, Rose. Same symbol that was drawn on the victim's door, just like William told me. Do you remember anything else about Upton?
I don't know how to help you any further, Lone. He speaks only in groans. He eats little.
Thanks all the same, Rose. Tell me about the man they dragged away.
All I know is that he came from Innsmouth and has been incarcerated since before I worked here. He always tries to escape.
I've noticed.
But he couldn't be on the loose. He can be very, very aggressive. His walks are always overseen by maximum security guards. But all too often they end up as you saw here today.
Thanks, Rose. Tell me about the other patients.
There is little to say, Lone. Once you get used to the hellish moans, it's a pretty quiet job. These poor people probably don't even know where they are. As much as we can, our duty is to try to give them a dignified life.
Yeah, right.
What?
That sounds right, I said. That sounds about right. Later, Rose.
Bye, Lone. Give my regards to William when you see him.
Sure. It says medicine.
Lone, please don't open it. That's staff access only.
This cell appears to be empty.
The truth is a lightning which rips the darkness, but its light is so strong to blind whoever sees it. The enlightened ones will lose themselves in the blackness. Are you willing to follow that path?
Okay. This cell appears to be empty. Are you all right in there?
Of course. Everything the divine light shines upon is perfect. Come here, my son. Come. Draw closer.
Hell awaits you, you unclean filth!
Wow, that shook me up a bit.
Lone, stay away from there.
Today, he thinks he's a fallen angel. Come back tomorrow to meet him as Napoleon Bonaparte.
Hello there.
Yes.
Hey, are you all right? Did they hurt you?
They can't hurt me. Not feel pain. The sea cures all. Oh,
You're from Innsmouth, right?
Innsmouth, yes, Innsmouth. Under Innsmouth, the sea, the reef. I have to get back there. I must get back there! Help me, please.
I doubt he'll be of much use to me. Huh? This cell appears to be empty. It says uniforms.
Lone, please don't open it. That's staff access only.
What a fright. Daniel Upton? Wait, what did you just say?
It had to be done. It had to be done. He is not in that grave. He was just the container. Prepared to meet wickedness in its pure state. It had to be done!
Lone, what have you done? Get out, Lone! Please, get him sedated! He'll end up getting hurt!
Edward Derby. This has got to be the name of the guy Upton murdered. He is not in his grave. It had to be done. What does that mean? I ought to head to the Christchurch Cemetery and look into all this further. Marco Sangalo. After all, it's always the others who die. I don't like messing around with graves. It's disrespectful. Martin Ottowitz. I don't have time to dig up corpses. Ixitus est Marcus Novatorum. Sit mihi terra lebis. Quis vic tumulo posuit ardentum lucernum. Ilius cineris area terra tegat. Exhuming a random body makes no sense. Luca and Chiara. Here lies Luca and Chiara. Don't worry, they're just catching up on their sleep. But why do I have this overwhelming desire to dig? There seems to be no trace of Ephraim's grave. Harmonic 79. What the hell kind of name is this? It says, "How dare you? I created you and I can destroy you." Disturbing. A strange force urges me to raid tombs, but I must resist. It says, H. Phoenix, haunted by his parents. A strange force urges me to raid tombs, but I must resist. It says, Burned Wolf. The reports of my death are greatly exaggerated. I don't like messing around with graves. It's disrespectful. It says, Here lies Pontus Leonge, a great fool and an even greater defender of humanity. A strange force urges me to raid tombs, but I must resist. There seems to be no trace of Ephraim's grave. It says, Enea barbeta, ingirum imus nocte et consumimur igne. I don't have time to dig up corpses. It says, Martin Prediger, alia iacta esta. A strange force urges me to raid tombs, but I must resist. It says, Federico Pedamonte died of an indescribable and nameless horror. In the house overlooking the sea, illuminated by a color come from space. Exhuming a random body makes no sense. It says, TK. Notre vie est un voyage dans les vers et dans les nuits. Nous cherchons notre passage dans le ciel où rien ne luit. Exhuming a random body makes no sense. It says, Riccardo Bellucci. Decaf he wanted. Agitated, he passed. I don't have time to dig up corpses. It says, Alpobemp. Not bad for my first time. It didn't hurt. I don't like messing around with graves. It's disrespectful. It says, Edward Derby, son and poet. Your spirit will always be by our side. This is the grave of Edward Derby, and there seems to be no sign of Ephraim's. I should return later, under cover of darkness. I'll need a helper and a shovel. I could recruit William. He seems to be the type to appreciate a good exhumation. It says, Edward Derby, son and poet. Your spirit will always be by our side. This is the grave of Edward Derby, and there seems to be no sign of Ephraim's. I should return later, under cover of darkness. I'll need a helper. I could recruit William. He seems to be the type to... The cemetery groundskeeper. Hello.
Greetings.
What do you do around here? That insane creature grabbed me.
We wouldn't want them running around loose, right?
Could you tell me anything about the church?
I'm not very religious. Let me tell you, I deal with corpses every day, but that place makes even me shudder.
Where does the forest path lead?
I don't know. I never go there. I heard that someone got lost in there and never came back.
Know anything else about the forest?
I never go there. I heard that someone got lost in there and never came back.
Anything else you can tell me about the church?
No, that place gives me the chills. I don't want to talk about it.
Good day.
Be seeing ya. Given my job, I don't usually say that out loud.
Excuse me, madam.
Hello, young man.
May I ask you what you're doing here?
I'm here to visit my husband, Sonny. Not much else for me to do with what's left of my life but drag my old bones out here and have a chat with him.
I see. Please excuse me for having bothered you.
Not at all. It's always nice to chat with someone who can chat back.
A good day to you.
Thank you, young man. You too.
Come in, Lone.
What happened to Upton?
As I told you, I didn't make it in time. All I know is that he went mad and killed a friend of his. I don't know who that friend was. We had been out of touch for some time. He is now locked up in an asylum, but is no longer the Daniel I once knew.
It seems you know the nurse at the asylum quite well.
Yes, we have a bit of a history. She found me slightly unforgettable.
She told me to give you her best wishes.
And I gladly accept them. Quite the woman, that Rose.
Do you know of an Edward Derby by any chance?
No, never heard of him.
It's the name of the guy Upton killed.
How did you find this out?
Upton told me.
You managed to make him talk? But how?
I showed him a photo of Ephraim.
Interesting.
Upton said he was just a vessel, that what he did had to be done. I think there's a connection. I found Derby's grave at the cemetery. There's no trace of Ephraim's.
This does nothing but confirm my hypothesis.
I might need some help tonight.
Count me in, Lone. Do you have the necessary tools?
No. Besides, one of those tombs is covered by a marble slab.
Get yourself a shovel. I'll take care of the crowbar.
Perfect. Tonight, then.
Let's meet up right there.
I still have to get my hands on a shovel. Maybe I should grab some rest before looking for it. Or just get it over with first. Classic crossroads of life. I'd better rest up a little before meeting Blanco at the cemetery. Gardener's toolbox. I can't open it. It's locked. I couldn't pick it. I must be getting rusty at this. You still got it, Lone. Although, the lockpick's broke. There's a shovel in here. I'll grab it. Perfect.
Lone, over here.
Evening, William.
Got the shovel on you?
Sure. Let's get to work. Come on, William.
almost there.
This is quite the chore. We're almost there. Yeah, what a stench.
Lone, look, he has something in his hands.
Daniel was right. It can't be Ephraim. He has a damn firm grip for such an old fella. Help me, William. 1, 2, 3. It looks like some sort of key, but to fit what kind of lock? We gotta put everything back as it was before we get caught. We'll figure the key out later. The last thing I want is to end up in the newspaper as a grave robber.
Well, actually, to tell you the truth, that would give my stories a huge boost in readership.
Jeez, William, stop kidding around. Done. The sun's coming up. The groundskeeper will be here soon.
Lone, shh. I hear someone coming.
Yeah, I do too. Split up. Let's meet up later at my place.
See you later, Lone, and good luck.
The sun was already rising high when Lone arrived back home after the horrible night before. The magnitude of the meaning of the night's events eluded him. Innsmouth, Ephraim, and Upton, the tomb of Derby, and the weird object found. All looked like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle to which he'd thrown away the complete box art. He fell asleep almost immediately, with these thoughts whirling in his head. I've never felt this depth of sorrow in all my life. When Father passed, well, everything changed. My mother, our poverty. Father and I shared little common ground. Perhaps we merely lacked the time to find it. But now that this has come about, frightful tightness grips my chest. Simple respiration has become a labor. Vital oxygen seems to have lost the route on its way to my lungs. If only he were still here with me, to enlighten me, to offer guidance. Oh, grandfather. Oh, my grandfather.
Howard, aren't you done yet?
I'll be right over. It falls upon me to preserve the items of my grandfather's estate that are the most crucial. I'll obtain one for now. One never knows. Stories by Poe and Machen. My current mood is not one for reading. A terrible storm is raging, with such a downpour ensuing outside. A section of Grandfather's library devoted to the sciences. These are far beyond my field of expertise. Travel chronicles and general geography. I shall peruse them at a later date. Various medical texts. All things considered, I'm in remarkable physical condition. Generic novels of low regard. My current mood desires other pursuits. Treatises on anthropology. These perk my interest. I shall peruse them at a later date. Volumes concerning art and painting. The opportune moment to peruse these is not this one. Various treatises on psychology. I feel no momentary need for these. A portrait of my mother as a young woman. How beautiful she was then. Her eyes shine, transmitting the serenity in her soul out into the world. This would have been back from before I was even conceived. Let me see. There seems to be something inscribed on the back. I should discover some method to disengage it from the frame. I feel no desire to lug the picture, frame and all, around with me. Aha! This means should provoke the intended ends. The pen has been rendered utterly useless.
Howard! There's nothing worth anything in there.
On the underside of the canvas lurks an enigma. The enigma seems to indicate this shelf. That looks like the personal journal of my grandfather. I believe I'll obtain it. During the spring of his life, he was constantly traveling. Who even knows to how many far-flung locales? Mayhap I, myself, might meander there forth someday. The journal of my grandfather detailing his innumerable travels. We left at the first light of dawn. We had the automaton with us. Automaton? What does that mean? We all met in the basement on the outskirts of Boston. It was almost like entering a church, long since deserted. Planted all around, a pentacle painted upon the grimy flagstones were candles, wax frozen in mid-drip. There was no point wasting time here. No answers lay here, and Paris was at least a week away. Our final destination within the vastness of the Arabian desert lay even further ahead. We had to make a move. There was no option but for the automaton to perform the ceremony. Just looking at it sent a shiver up my tired spine, and then it just stops right there. The journal was penned about 15 years ago. Mayhap this was all merely an outline for a fictional work. A work of vivid imagination. My memory is filled to the brink with the tales of my grandfather's travels. It was always as if they vaporated directly into my imagination. Snowbound peaks, rainforests infested with every manner of danger, splendid cities where the meek are preyed upon by the scum of humanity, lurking assassins and thieves. Such places appeared vividly in my dreams. Airborne monstrosities surged toward my person, borne aloft on the membranes of bat-like wings, their long and gnarled talons clutching at me. They had no faces. Upon a command, I could steer them as I wished. Let's see. This globe has buttons set in many specific locales around the world. I have a vivid childhood recollection of grandfather pressing them to open an odd concealed mechanism, but his fingers moved too fast for my young eyes to catch. Perhaps an undiscovered clue awaits me elsewhere. I heard a click. A tiny compartment has slid open at the base. There is a key ensconced within. I don't want to open it now. Locked. It fits. The trunk is now open.
Howard, are you even still there?
A multitude of books. Without a single exception, they are all very old editions. A selection thereof consisting of the rarer of occult treatises, the need for which escapes me. Wait, that's a rare and ancient printing of a book I favor greatly. I must procure it.
Howard, hurry up!
A very old edition of the 1001 Nights. I can't wait to read it. I've always had a soft spot for these stories. The Merchant and the Genie. Wonderful. Prince Camaralzaman. So many memories. A bookmark holds the place of a story I've never heard of. The tale of Abdul al-Hazred. Faced with no chance of escape, the keepers sought to ensnare one of their own. Poor Abdul needed to choose, and choose wisely. God, my head.
Such a vivid dream. What does it mean?
Lone.
I'm coming, William.
Lone. Lone. Great news. Great news.
William, slow down. What's happening?
Wilmarth got back to me. We have to go to Vermont and find some guy by the name of Ackley. From what I've learned, he may prove useful to us. It appears he may be quite the eccentric fellow. He lives like a hermit. No mail can get through, and, needless to say, he has no telephone. He could help us understand your condition better and perhaps cure it.
What about what we found last night?
We can figure all that out after we get back. I'm curious as well, but this is much more important.
How will we get there?
I have an automobile. Don't worry.
An automobile? Really? I've never ridden in one. I can't wait to give it a try. Who is this Ackley?
A former Miskatonic professor of anthropology. Apparently, he left the teaching profession due to personal reasons. He seems to be something of a strange character. Going by what Wilmarth told me, he may have a dependence on certain substances.
What are we waiting for? Let's go. A flimsy-looking door. A trap door. Looks like it's not locked. There's something in here. Let's see what it is. Containers with strange liquids inside. Should we take them, William?
Sure. Bring them along. At the very least, they'll serve as a souvenir of our trip to Vermont.
Open yet empty. No answer. Nobody's answering the door.
Try knocking again.
Still no answer. Still nothing.
We cannot have come this far for nothing. Let's just break in.
Seriously?
What do we have to lose? I don't see any cops around.
Come, William.
What's wrong with him?
He looks unconscious. Let me check. Hey! Hey! Nothing.
Check his pulse.
He's still alive.
We need him awake.
On the cover it says, exotic mushrooms and their strange side effects. No time to read right now. A used syringe. God only knows what he injected himself with. I don't want to pick it up. Wake up! Wake up! Nothing. He has something in his pocket. A handwritten booklet. It looks like some kind of notebook.
Go on, Lone. Read it.
I don't want to take it. I doubt there's a safe behind it. A still, used to distill substances. Looks like it was used recently. On the cover it says, exotic mushrooms and their strange side effects. I better take a closer look at this. Hey, look at this, William. This page was bookmarked.
Read it, Lone. Let's hear what it says.
It seems there's nothing of interest. It deals with strange mushrooms.
Lone, it looks more like a manuscript than a bookmark.
Let's have a look. These seem to be some kind of notes. Not very meticulously written, by the look of it. It appears to be the formula needed to induce a trance.
Yes, but how do we wake him up?
The necessary equipment is here. We just need to understand the formula.
Perhaps there are some clues in the notes.
There are some notes with recent dates. This disgusts me, but we need something to inject him with. And I see nothing else around.
Come on, Lone. Prepare the antidote. Wake this guy up.
I don't have time to read random books. Various books on vastly different topics. Looks like it's working.
Huh? What?
He's finally better.
Better? Better? You have no idea what you have done.
Saved you from probably dying?
Months of studies. Years, even, of studies. My trips. My proofs. I was one step away from Yugoth. I could already see its vibrant colors. Together, with my insectoid friends. What are you doing in my house?
William, are we even sure the tip is right?
Wait a moment, Lone. You're Henry Ackley, right?
Yes. Why?
You spoke of Yugoth.
That's right. What do you know of Yugoth? Are you an enlightened scholar as I am?
I would dare to identify myself as such, and what you're saying fills me with wonder. Did you really make it all the way to Yugoth?
Yes. Well, if not for you getting in the way, I was one step away. One single step. Insane, they called me. They removed me from my teaching position, but the entire time, I was correct on all counts. On all counts!
We are truly sorry to have interrupted your experiment. We'll make amends by helping you get it back up and running as soon as possible. And as an added bonus, we're here to relate to you an extraordinary story as real as yours.
Let's hear it then. Really? You wouldn't be lying to me?
Unfortunately not.
You have my guarantee.
Very, very interesting, but I'm still not sure how useful I'll be.
Any information at all, even the slightest detail, could prove vital.
My dear Lone, your condition is something I have never heard of before. I am, of course, aware of the creature of which you speak, but this is the first time I've ever heard tell of a survivor. A further encounter involving the taking of samples could help, but I would strongly advise against that.
We're back to square one.
Possibly. Nobody could say one way or the other. But at this point, I cannot but accompany you on your journey back. I am sorely in need of some entertainment and of certain substances easily available in Arkham for my experiments. And perhaps I could also be useful to your investigation. You diverted me from my path. This is the least you can do.
We absolutely agree, Henry.
Okay, let's get on our way then.
You mentioned something about a corpse holding a key during the drive here.
That's right. We got the key last night.
This all seems so unreal to me. Like I'm just a puppet. Someone led me to that key. Starting with that fake letter that led to that horrific crime. But everything began with my misadventures in Innsmouth.
Yep.
I'd love to go there someday. It seems bursting at the seams with mysteries.
If you value your skin, I'd advise against it.
I value knowledge far more than my skin.
It came to our notice, Henry. That mixture would probably have killed you.
Gentlemen, is there anything else you require?
No thanks. We're fine for now.
I will take your leave then.
Granted.
I would have been in a better place. And I don't mean in any religious sense. There's nothing left for me here.
For now, there is this mystery, though. Might that not be enough?
It may provide some satisfaction.
Lone Carter?
It might be. What do you want?
For now, all I can say is take a closer look at the altar in the church.
But who? Where? Wait! Come back here!
Who was that?
How the hell should I know? This whole thing is driving me crazy.
Tastier and tastier. Secrets and subterfuge. Just the way I like it.
If you say so. Anyway, I say we start finding out exactly what this key is and how to use it.
I should head to Miskatonic to look into that.
Okay. Well, you're there. We'll check out the cemetery.
Okay. I'll meet up with you there later.
It's firmly attached to the bench. It has 4 engraved on it. It has 5 engraved on it. It has 3 engraved on it. It has 3-1 engraved on it. It has 7 engraved on it. It has 7 engraved on it. That guy at the cafe told us to have a closer look at this altar. Let's have a better look then. There's some kind of lock set into the center. Let me have a closer look at it. It appears to be some sort of mechanism. Bingo. I heard a loud rumbling somewhere off in the distance. What a strange object. This is an incredible find.
Show me? Interesting. It's a good thing that I'm here with you guys. I've seen carvings like these before.
Can you tell me what they mean then?
No, Lone. I'll need to go to a certain special place to decipher them.
Guys, I don't know if there's any connection, but Armitage seems to have dropped off the face of the earth. No one at the university knows where he is. I went to his house, and he hasn't been there for the last 2 days. This seems bad.
We'll deal with that in due time, William. Look what we found. Henry said he can translate the symbols on it.
Yes, I need to go somewhere to do so, though. And you already know how I get around. I'll need certain substances. Do you have access to them?
I have a contact that might be of help. Rose.
There are surely tons of medicines loaded with your certain substances in such a place.
What kind of place?
A madhouse.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Good. Let's go. We'll figure out how to get our hands on your substances later.
I might have an idea how to do just that.
We have nothing left to do here.
Hi, William.
How are you, Ben? Everything okay with the family?
We'll pull through.
My friends and I have to meet with Rose. Will that present any kind of problem?
Absolutely not, William. You are always welcome here in our madhouse.
Thanks, Ben. See you later. Rose, it's been a while.
It has indeed, William.
Lone, my good friend here, told me you sent your best wishes, and I just had to come see you.
It doesn't seem to be locked. I think this is what we're after. Take a look and be quick about it.
Done. We can go.
Good. William, we're leaving.
I still have a few things to catch up with Rose about. Head to my house. I'll meet up with you there.
Sounds like a plan. See you later. Shouldn't we wait for William?
I've done this countless times. Calm down.
Sure you're not taking unnecessary risks? We can't even begin to know how to decipher what is written here.
Someone is laying breadcrumbs for us to follow. That much is certain. At this point, I see no other option but to just go for it.
Very well. Henry, thanks.
You can thank me when this is all over and done with. It's already taking effect. My head is getting light. I beg you.
What, Henry?
Lone.
William, he wouldn't wait. We'll just have to wait for him to wake up.
It worked! How magnificent. Every time I come here, I arrive in a different location. The center of all knowledge in the universe and its infinite dimensions. Breathtaking. There is always a price to pay for knowledge. What will it be this time? Simply wondrous. But this is no time for sentimentality. I have to start searching.
What are you?
What? Who's speaking to me?